Hey, it's Mike. Thanks for tuning back in. Today's Wednesday. It has been a crazy week. Didn't get out Monday video, which I've been liking to do recently. And yesterday I worked for like 11 plus hours in a row. So yeah, lucky to get a video out today, to be honest with you. So this is an interesting situation that one of my longtime subscribers emailed to me. And this subscriber, I gave this some thought. I am not going to reveal his YouTube name or his real name or even his eBay store name because I don't want to put him on blast, or if anybody disagrees with him, have them go and attack him. I want to keep this, I guess, professional. I want to keep it civil. And I want to hear in comments what you think is the right thing to have happened here, and who do you think was in the wrong. So this person, let's just call him Will. Will also emailed this to Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. So I'm flattered that he also emailed it to me because obviously Chris Sewell is the best at this stuff. And Chris Sewell probably going to put this in a video as well in a hypothetical situation. I'm not saying this hypothetically. I'm going to give you the full scenario minus identifying details. I'll put up some generic pictures maybe as I'm editing this, just so you see. But yeah, I'm not even going to tell you the exact card. But so this seller, the person who emailed me, has been selling on eBay for 2 years. They sent me their eBay store name. It's 100% positive feedback, in the hundreds of feedbacks. So it's not a monster store. It's, I would say under 300 feedback interactions. 100% positive. So there's never been a negative interaction with a buyer. He just does it as a hobby. And so I think many of us can relate to that. He sold a Devin Singletary, and I don't do football, so I don't know what the value of this card is, but he sold a Devin Singletary card for $4. Really small dollar amount. Shipped it off, and he had very clear photos. He sent me the photos, and I looked it up on eBay. The listing is very clear. You can see that there's kind of some edge wear, a little corner wear, nothing serious, but it's a $4 card that probably goes for a little bit more than that usually. But the buyer complained to him once the buyer got it that there were scuffs, and the buyer sent him a photo back where he angled the card just right, and you can kind of see this little scuff in between Devin Singletary's legs. The seller didn't notice that before sending it off, and I think most sellers, I don't know. This is another thing I'm curious about. If you're a seller, are you very, very closely examining all of your modern cards before sending them off? I don't know, because I don't sell them, but it seems to me like you would, maybe? I don't know. So the seller, my subscriber here, said, yep, no problem. I'm happy to refund your money. Just send me that card back and I'll refund it. And the buyer refused, saying that he felt that the seller was playing a scam, like he was going to mail the card back and the seller just wouldn't refund him the $4. And so they messaged back and forth for a while, and you're in eBay's messaging system, and the seller kept saying, I'm happy to refund your money. You feel like I didn't do a good job. Just send me the card back. And the buyer kept accusing him of pulling a scam, and implied, but didn't come out and say, so there's plausible deniability here. He implied, or the seller inferred from things he was saying, and I have the conversation here, I agree with him, that he wants a full refund and to keep the card. So now keep in mind, this is a top-rated seller. You've got hundreds of feedback for this seller. So you can see, and it's only $4, which maybe is a lot of money to this buyer. It's certainly possible. But the seller isn't pulling some big scam. And so then the other question is the buyer trying to pull a big scam? Is the buyer scuffing up cards for some reason and then complaining about them, or finding the tiniest little flaw in cards and then complaining and demanding his money back, but also to keep the card. And then he's going to spin around and sell it for $4 back. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think either of these people are scammers. But what's the right thing here? So the seller went to eBay and asked for their advice, and eBay only said that the seller is not in the wrong. But is that kind of like saying you're not guilty? They're not saying the seller's innocent or the seller's right. But again, it's $4. I just thought this was a super interesting scenario. I figured I'd throw it out to you guys. Throw it in comments. Let me know what you think. I really don't know what to think about this scenario. Is the seller right? I think so. To ask for the card back. Mail me the card back and I'll refund your money. Is the buyer right to want both, or to want the refund at the least? I mean, worst case scenario for the seller to refund the money and then he mails it back. I don't think that's right either. I think it's the onus is on the buyer to get the card back to the seller before the refund. When I have an Amazon return, Amazon doesn't refund me the money until I have clocked in that return at the UPS store. And then they refund it. Although sometimes some sellers don't want their items back, which is great. So, if you get my son just bought his sister a small shirt, an extra small shirt, but she wears a small. And so we went to return the extra small and they said, just keep it, we'll mail you a small. Okay, that's great. And maybe that's the simple solution here. I've done that before on eBay when I was selling a lot in 2021 on eBay instead of on Facebook. Somebody had a complaint with one of the cards I sent, so I said, just keep it, I'll refund you the money. But that's not, if you're trying to turn a profit, and I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are here. A couple things I'm adding in about the listing here that I had forgotten when I did the video before, so I'm just going to throw this in. I did find a listing. The seller says that the card is in excellent condition. Doesn't say mint, doesn't say near mint, doesn't say gem mint, says excellent. That would be a PSA 5 if you're looking at a PSA scale. Excellent is a PSA 5. And on the pictures, like I said, the picture is very, very clear. You can, if you look closely, see the scuff between Singletary's legs. Let me know in comments, and I'm sure that the seller will be reading all of your comments. So again, thanks very much for watching.